Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be bringing you guys a salary cap update for the Washington Commanders, how much salary cap they have now after the recent moves they made, and also how they can create more cap space. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content on the road to 11,000 subscribers. It takes 1 second, just click that red button and help me out, take a chance on me. Also hit that like button and that notification bell as well. So the Washington Commanders recently made a few moves, and all of those affected the cap a decent amount. And sorry, my voice is a little bit, it's not all the way there because I am a little bit sick. It is what it is. But they franchise tagged Deron Payne, and that will be $18.9 million guaranteed if he signs the franchise tender, and the Commanders and him are not able to agree to a long-term deal. So 18.9 mil, that's a big cap hit. If they come to terms on a long-term deal, that cap hit will be much lower. The first year of a long-term deal is usually much lower than the second, and then obviously the third and the fourth year. So if they did it would probably go down to like 10 million, honestly, if they're able to get a deal done. And if they trade him, I think they would wipe all that away. So I don't think a long-term deal will, they'll come to terms on a long-term deal now because of the ownership situation and everything going on with Dan. He doesn't have a lot of money. We saw the grades that they got yesterday. The NFLPA, the players rated them really bad in terms of how they treat the players' families, the training facilities, everything, locker room, stuff like that. So if Dan doesn't have money for that, he's not going to have a lot of money to pay these big-time players. So, yeah. It might take a while once the new owner comes in, maybe a month or two after that, that'll happen. But that's about $19 million on the books. But then the Commanders are release starting slot cornerback / safety Bob McCain, and made videos on all three of these moves if you guys want to go ahead and watch it after this. But McCain will save the team $4.42 million against the cap, and I believe that is a post-June 1st cut. So don't think that will save them any money right now. But, once after June 1st, they'll save about $4.42 million. And the Carson Wentz move, that's the big one. That saves basically $26.2 million in cap space. A lot of money. And thank God we didn't, do an extension with him and, push back some of that money to, this year, because then we would still be paying him a little bit of money this year. So good move. That was, an obvious move, but a move they needed to make. So with all those moves, you can't see it in the top right corner here because I have my face cam there, but the Commanders currently have about $16.2 million. I am not sure if that is already counting the Bob McCain, move, because he's not on the books right now, but that money will not come in until later. So that is just something to keep in mind. But let's go over some ways they can create cap space. One, let's say they come to terms, come to agreement on a long-term deal with Deron Payne. Well, let's bring the cap hit down to 10 mil. That saves a lot of money. And would bring them to about $24 million in cap space. I just want to see what it was before. Yeah, so that would come to about $24 million in cap space. So from 16 to $24 million. And then after that, there's a few cuts they could make. They could cut Logan Thomas, which I think would save about $5 million in cap space. But by the way things, the comments that Mayhew and Rivera are making, it seems like they might not do that. But I think at minimum you got to restructure, maybe bring that down to 4. And some of these, with Logan Thomas, you might be able to restructure and just get his number down and, ask him to take a pay cut. But other guys like Kendall Fuller, maybe Curtis Samuel, where they've been playing, well, they've been playing decent, they're not going to take a pay cut. But once we get a new owner and he has money, we can convert some of those deals to, signing bonuses and create some cap space. Andrew Norwell, I think you got to move on from him, so I would cut him. That saves about $3 million, I believe, right? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, wait, shoot, no. Where is he? Andrew Norwell. I think it saves about, $2.2 million, I believe. So a decent amount of cap space that they're able to free up. And then I gotta move this Logan Thomas to about 4, which is, I think, would be fair. Like, I wouldn't mind paying Logan Thomas like $4 million, but $8 million for the level of play that we've gotten from him does not make sense. Sorry. Yeah, that just does not make sense. And then Andrew Norwell is not good, so I think you got to move on from him. And right there, you're already at $30 million. The rest of the guys, J.D. McKissic might do an injury settlement, but let's just go ahead, cut him there. That's about $1 million in cap, a little over $1 million in cap savings. Don't know for sure what they'll do there, but something's gonna happen there. And then besides that, there's really nothing major. Like a lot of these guys are making like no money, so doing any cuts there wouldn't really help out that much. But there are some other potential restructures. Jonathan Allen making 21, his cap hits 21, and he deserves that money, but they might restructure that deal a little bit, move some of that money, down the line, or just convert it to a signing bonus. I'm not going to put that there yet, but that's just something to keep in mind. And then Curtis Samuel, let's say they bring that cap number down to $7 million. That brings them down to 37. Charles Leno is another guy that I think that what's on his second year of his 3-year contract, so they could potentially do something with him, maybe get that number down to 8. And then someone like Kendall Fuller is a guy, I believe, last year of his deal. Yeah, I think it's the last year of his deal, and maybe they can get that number down to like 6. And then you have $46 million, and then who knows with Chase Roulier, if they cut him, they save about $4 million, $4-ish million. Maybe they restructure. I'm trying to see where he is. Yeah, maybe they restructure, do something like that, or he just stays on the team. We'll see how his injuries are going, but that is a guy to keep your eye out for. And then Leno, Samuel, Kendall Fuller, Logan Thomas, and Chase Roulier are all those guys are restructure candidates. Guys that are making $8+ million. Or guys that aren't living up to their contracts, like Logan Thomas, and he isn't making $8+ million, but like guys like Kendall Fuller, Curtis Samuel, guys on last year's of their deal, they can convert some money to signing bonuses. That is a way to create some cap space, and they can easily get to a huge number right here, like $46 million, where they can re-sign. I mean, this is with re-signing Deron Payne. They can also bring back someone like Cole Holcomb, extend Cam Curl. Maybe extend someone else like Montez Sweat if they want. And, Chase Young, I wouldn't extend Chase Young now. You got to see what he does this year. But I believe he's eligible because it's after the 3rd year. So there's a lot of things they can do. Not sure if they will do it. And it all depends on the ownership situation when that gets situated. Hopefully it's soon. But it could be like May. Or it could be like after free agency when, it would have helped us if we got it done then. But, yeah. We will see what happens. If an owner comes in April or whatever, then it might be like another month or two, but it'll be easier to get a deal done with someone like Deron Payne if we do in fact want to bring him back, and that will save some money right there. So that is it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Did do a stream yesterday with Juan from Juan Gotti Talking Sports and Abdullah from DMV Sports Zone. Make sure you guys check that out. And might do a stream later on in the week, maybe the weekend, like Saturday or something. And yeah, maybe another, just give me some video suggestions as well. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace, guys.